Hey guys, good morning, Raymond. So how you guys doing? How are you? Um, so I'm looking at the chat right now to see. Okay, so there's been a lot of activities happening here. So far, so good. Okay, so you guys are very, very punctual students. I should do a round of applause for all of you, especially those of you that came early and we're keeping Judith and Diana busy in the chats. So I see you guys, and thank you so much for joining us once again for this very all important session. And a big shout out to Fidelity Bank for making this happen, and for all of you that have always been coming around to learn with us. So nice to see you guys again. So nice. You know, the most interesting part is the consistency of the names. So I come every morning, and we come every morning, and we see those names repeating themselves. You guys have always been there to keep us busy with your questions, your comments, queries, and just basically everything. It means a lot to us, trust me, and we appreciate it sincerely. Okay, so let's get going. So I'm looking at the charts right now. Okay, so Priscilla came first today. So as usual, I'm going to do a round of applause for Priscilla. Priscilla, that's for you. I hope you're still here. Yeah, she's still here. That's for you, Priscilla. Thank you for coming first and saying something first. So that's a big round of applause and a big hug for you. And thank you so much for your very kind words. Also, I saw all of that. And yeah, so for those of you that have been gaining value from it, please be kind enough to say something. All right, say something kind to us and say something nice. Okay. Yeah. So that will make us. That will give us strength. That will give some more strength to our bones, and we'll be happy to do more. So just as usual, um, I'm not here alone. Okay, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my team. Everybody. Remember, I told you yesterday that I'm blessed amongst women, and I'm really blessed amongst women. So I have Diana. I have Diana from the beautiful city of Douala, Cameroon. I have Beryl from Nairobi, Kenya, and I have Judith in Benin Republic. So it's a great privilege, more like a privilege being the only guy. I'm being blessed amongst women. So say hi to my ladies. Say hi to Judith in Benin Republic. Say hi to Beryl in Nairobi, Kenya, and say hi to Diana all the way from the nearby Cameroon. And I'm joining you from Abuja, Nigeria. And it's been a fair weather here so far, so good. I'm super excited to have all of you join me for this all important session. So thank you so much once again for joining me, for joining us. We're super grateful. We're super excited to have you guys here with us. Okay, so let's move on. So I'm going to do the name rounds shortly, but meanwhile, if you be kind enough, can you just drop a word for us? Say something nice. Say something nice to us. Uh, Maybe something you've learned, something you're going to be starting up, something you're going to practice from all you've learned. It will help us, right? Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to do a name round shortly, but let me just look through to see. And just so you know, today is the day 8th of 8. And thanks to Fidelity Bank for making this happen. And yeah, and everybody that has been consistent and showing us love. Okay. Uh, Thank you so much, Saint Johnson. Thank you for your very kind words. All right. So, Natty Stitches, thank you so much. Thank you. Grace Churchill, good to see you again. Abadie. Grace is my sister, just so you know. So, we are going to be looking at how to stay productive online. Okay. And it's going to be fun. Trust me. It's going to be really fun. All right. Okay. So, please, let's do the first part. And that is your part now. Click on the share and invite somebody. So I'm sure people have forgotten or have missed it, something, skip their memories. Please click on the share button and invite somebody. We'll do the likes shortly after the share. I want us to have a full house first before we move on to do the likes. I hope you are there. So please do it. Let's do that together. Please invite somebody. Okay. All right. So let's go on. I hope you've said hi to my ladies. Please say hi to my ladies so that they'll be ready to answer you in the chat. If you don't say hi to them, they won't answer you in the chat. Send some love to them. And I love those emojis. You know I love them. So make sure you do use them to say some lovely things to them. Hmm? Okay, so I'm just going through the comments again. Yeah, Judith, thank you. Priscilla, thank you. Jide Chuku, thank you. Debbie, yeah, Debbie, you got the spelling right. um, yeah, thank you, Val. Debbie, thank you so much. And Oluchi, thank you. Ogorji, thank you so much. Thank you, Gertrude, and everybody. So let me, okay, so I'm sending you guys some hugs too and some lovely emojis as well. I don't know how to do it with my hand. I keep failing every time I try. I don't know. I've used the emoji one. All right, guys. So let's go on, and so we are going to be doing this in 3 different segments as usual. Before I'm waiting for you guys to invite people, all right? Before we move on. So first off, we'll learn how to set up your remote office and the steps you need to take to set up your remote office. Then we'll head over to the second part. We'll explain the importance of building a productive work environment and then provide top tips that you can use to do this. And then we'll go to the parts where we'll help you to manage and maintain your well-being, which is very key. Okay. Now, this is the Hustle Academy. If you've not signed up, please do it. If you have signed up, you've not been taken, please go ahead and do it again. Okay, so that they will take you. Remember, you have the opportunity to learn about your business growth plan. You learn about sales, digital marketing. Digital marketing, you also have what else now? From digital marketing, you have to get to learn about how to get funding for your business. Learn how to pitch. You get to learn from how to pitch. You learn also get matched to a mentor to walk you through all those processes. Okay. So like what happened yesterday, this is going to be a little deviation from what you've been doing about marketing all along. So this is going to be a little deviation from that, right? This is going to be talking about how you can work remotely, how best you can work remotely. Okay. Tony Gua, thank you so much. And yeah, so I'm going to do the name rounds now. Grace Churchill, thank you so much. So let me do the name rounds. Make sure I don't miss your name. If I miss your name, that means you've not said anything. Please remember to always say something. And just so you know, the way YouTube is designed, you can't speak back to me verbally. You can only chat. Okay, so you make sure you use a chat to speak back to us. And yeah, so that's the only and the best way you can communicate. And use a chat to ask questions, answer questions, queries, and whatever it is. Use a chat. Want to laugh? Want to cry? You want to send me hugs? Want to send us emojis? Please use the chat. All right. Okay. So let's go on. So Priscilla, thank you. Linda, thank you. And this is a big thank you because you guys have done 8/8. At least I've seen some names that have been very consistent the past few days. So Priscilla, thank you. Linda, Grace Churchill, Uzo Precious, Oluchi, Joy Ego, and Kafayat, Jidechukwu Nwabweze, Val, Adebayo, Joy, David Teniola, Orisent Johnson, Oluwaremilekun Mato. I hope I got that correctly. Dayo, thank you. Mimi Do Gertrude, Debbie, Tonigwa, Joy, Anurika, Christabel, Josephine, Moyosore. Okay, I tried. Moyosore, Ifoma Vivian, Natty Stitches, Debbie Alashi, Tony Go again, Owochuloba Associates. I hope I tried. Natty Stitches, Glory Israel, Debbie, Margaret, Okoro, Henrietta, Christabel, Debbie Oluchi, Natty Stitches again, Judith Esekobe, Folake Ajayi, and Moyosore, Debbie Val Anyaka, Jide Chuku, Judith, Punk Panda, Val Anyaka, who else? Goretti Ugoji, okay, Folake again. I'll try not to miss anybody. Josephina Tai, Chinwe Ruth, Anyike Noela, Julie Gola, Joy Ogala, Maobi. You won money yesterday. Oluwaremilekun Macho again, Jide Chukwu again, Chinenye, Glory Israel, Christabel, Onyekami Kehinde, Folake Ajayi, Eni Ayeni. Thank you so much, beautiful ladies and guys, for joining us again. So if you can't say something, that's possibly because you've not activated your YouTube channel. So what you need to do is locate that activate channel button. And when you click on activate channel button, you're going to see activate. So you just activate it and then refresh the YouTube. Let's click, close it and open it again. Then you're going to be able to start chatting. Messelina Omonjeva, thank you so much for joining us, and everybody that's here, we appreciate you so much. So if you've not gotten your certificates, it will come to you. There must be a queue that is yet to be exhausted. So as soon as the queue is exhausted, your certificate will come through. You can trust us on that. Okay. So yeah, so let's do the rounds. Have you clicked on the share and invited somebody? If you've done that, let's do the next one. Locate the thumbs up. I've not done mine yet. I was waiting to watch it splash so that we do it together. Locate the thumbs up button, okay, and then smash on it. I love seeing it splash. That's why I like doing it every time with everybody. So, just to splash. Okay, so let's do it. Let's see the number growing up. We're about 38 here. So let everybody do that right now before we go on. Remember, I'm going to be asking you questions and I'm going to be expecting you to ask me questions. And if you have questions from this session, from last session, from the session that is not going to happen again in the future, if you have questions from anything, don't mind me. Questions from anything, whether you learned it from here or you didn't learn it from here, or you just want to ask us, right? Feel free, right? Feel free. Feel very free. So let's do let's hit the thumbs up. Let's see the number increasing. It will help the video. It will help us to get more traction on what we're doing. And please locate the subscribe button if you've not yet subscribed. Please do that and turn on that notification bell if you've not done that. So smash on it. Let the number rise if you are yet to. All right. So I'm gonna be asking you my first question before you start bombarding us with your own. Okay. So my first question. So how has COVID impacted your business, your role? How has COVID dealt with you? Has it dealt with you good? Has it dealt with you badly? COVID happened 2 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. So some brands are still recovering from the impact of COVID, and some brands have moved far ahead after COVID. You can mention brands the likes of uh, Jeff Bezos's Amazon that's made so much money during the COVID, and a lot of brands were springing up during that period, right? And on the other hand, a lot of brands were sinking during that period. Very terrible thing. So brands that never had their online presence actually were sinking. They were sinking. So if we're not stationed to run your business online, they were going down, and that was a very sad. It was a very sad time for the whole world. Families that live on daily survival were really stressed out. Some people lost their jobs. because there actually was no need for a lot of people again in some sectors. So there was a massive retrenchment, right? So if you are one of those that were affected positively, please share with us. If you are affected negatively, please share with us. I also know a lot of businesses were springing up during that period. A lot of businesses were making so much money. I met a friend who was telling me that that COVID period was his best time. So share with us, just so you know you're in a safe space. Okay, nobody's going to throw stones at you for sharing your experience. All right, so just feel free, feel safe, and say something. Okay, so I'm just going to read a few that will come first. So Julie said, COVID was the beginning of growth for me as a person and as a brand. Thank you so much, Julie. So that means COVID impacted you positively. And now Josephine said, COVID dealt badly with me. I lost my job. Sorry, Josephine. Sorry, Narias. I wish there's an English like that. So, and Orisen Johnson said, COVID hits me very badly in all areas I'm in. I'm still recovering from it, yes, but it broke my mind to find growth, and here I am. Thank you so much, Orisen Johnson, for sharing that. It hits a lot of us badly too. Okay, so you're not alone. We are very many. Okay, Oluchi said positively because you opened me up to more business opportunities online. Yes, thank you so much, Oluchi, for sharing. Josephine, as a follow-up, due to the loss of my job, I picked up my skill and developed it. Yes, it pushed a lot of us to find new skills. Yes, I was actually selling online from my house. Yes, thank you so much, Oluchi. David said, COVID has really opened my eyes to opportunities that are there for me because I couldn't open business for months. As such, I had to be more active in looking for alternatives. Yes, it shined a lot of our eyes too. We do a lot of things out of duress. Everybody was just trying to survive. Yeah, so we had to learn some things under pressure, right? And COVID compelled my healthcare business. Thank you, Amara, for sharing. Impact of COVID on my business was good because I made good sales and I was open to online sales. Thank you, Grace Churchill, for sharing that. Yes, it opened a lot of brands also to you open a lot of brands to online marketing also. People that were not doing online marketing before then. It was manageable somehow. I had to do home lesson and online lesson for students. Yes, for Folake, thank you for sharing. Okay, so all of you that will be sharing some more, please drop it in the chat. I'm going to be asking you some more questions. I'm going to ask you the second one almost about now. So the first part is setting up your remote office. So what is remote working? For those of you that discovered that you can do your business and your job also out of home, right? You can operate from the house. You can do your stuff during the COVID. So it was also an advantage and an eye opening at the same time for you and your brand. So that made your work to automatically turn to remote work. Then you must have had a space within your house that becomes your office. So let's see how you can set up that's your remote office. So now what is remote working? So it's just that style that allows businesses, professionals to work outside of that professional, that official, traditional office environment. Remember yesterday we spoke about workplace and workspace. So the kind of job that will let you work not in your workplace, but maybe work remotely, maybe in your house or any other place. That is what is actually called the remote work. So it's based on the concepts that the work doesn't necessarily need to be done in a specific workplace, right? Work can be done anywhere as long as it's successfully executed. So while you have the ability to work from outside of a corporate office, and that has been feasible for a lot of decades, that has changed. Obviously, it has changed. I'm working from home now. A lot of brands actually plugged into the remote working few years just after the COVID. But pre-COVID, most of the brands were always working on site, right? They were always working on site. So now a lot has changed. A lot has changed in the past few years. Okay, so where can people work online? Where can people work remotely, rather? People can work remotely from their homes. So you can always find the likes of me, the likes of Beryl, and the rest of my colleagues working from home. Or you can always jump onto a coffee shop, right? You can jump into a coffee shop and just sit down there and get things done. A coffee shop, a coffee bar, and all of that. Or you can just get to a co-working space where somebody's paying a rent. Then just get there and then share the rent. That could be a little bit expensive though. or sometimes people can always choose to go to libraries. Libraries sometimes, some good libraries can always have free internet, you know. So you have the ability to learn, to get to work and see how things are done using the library. Uh, it's more quiet anyway, most times. Okay. So what do you need to work remotely? What do you need? So share with me what you think one needs to work remotely. Share with me the few what you think we need to work remotely. The tools you need, the facilities you need, please share with us in the chat. Okay, I saw that. Jide Chuku, COVID led to starting my business. Yes, you opened a lot of our eyes. Joy Ego, being a digital person that does most of my business online, my place, arts, and earn online. Okay, I'm sure that was during COVID. Joy, thank you for sharing. Yeah, abundance. Good to see you again. Yeah, Priscilla said it made me serious to be online. Okay, Priscilla, before then it affected my business because I wasn't online. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for all those beautiful. Okay, so I can see laptop, internet, computer, your voice. Yes, your voice is very important too. Your phone, internet system, laptop, good phone. Yes, very, very important. Internet, laptop. Thank you. Computer, internet. Yes. A phone, data, system, electricity. Very, very important. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go on. Let's go on. So what you need to work remotely. Now, the first thing you need to work remotely is that you need a dedicated space within that your house, a space that is separate from your home, or a space within your home that is dedicated for work. Okay, and then after the space you just okay. Meanwhile, you need to respect that space. Just know that that space is your office. So just because you are working at an office doesn't mean that you can't have an office in your house, right? So rather than working in your room or in your couch, you need to have that space, that particular designated space within your house that is kept away from every other thing. Then you need the devices, obviously, your phone, your laptop, which is going to be the technology that you're going to be using to drive the work. You need that. And then you need an internet also, something stable and something that can work effectively. So let's look at how you can create your own workspace. Now, first of them, you need to avoid your bed, avoid your couch. Why did they put in number one? Is because those two places are very tempting. You don't want to sit down on your bed to try to work. You sleep. I can bet you. You sleep off. And then make sure you set up a table and a chair, something that can keep you up, right? If you're seated up like this, you know that it will be difficult for you to put your head down. So what you need to do there is to either walk or walk. When you get up, you go to the couch to sit down and rest or sleep. And then make sure that space is comfortable, okay? And consider your posture. It's very, very important that you walk and you stay alive while walking, because if you don't stay alive, you may get doomed, and that's the truth. You may get doomed. You may crash your waist, you may crash your back, and it may be something that will need you to maybe go for a surgery or something. So you don't want that. So you need to make sure that you consider your posture and the space is comfortable. So the physical equipment you might need would be definitely your phone, your computer, your notebook, your phone, your computer, your notebook. So you need your phone to be able to answer calls, to communicate with your team, to jump onto calls and do all those things. You need your computer to work on documents, have video calls. You can use the webcam for video calls and the rest of them. Computer is for everything. That is more like your office. That is what even makes it an office, because everything is mostly done there. If you are a developer, you need to code on the system. If you're a freelancer, you use the system to design, to do the writing and all of that. So you need the computer and the phone as well. And then you need a notebook, something that is handy so that you can always jot down a couple of ideas that you share, that is shared to you, and then you can always jot them down. You can always use sticker notes also, to have things jotted down so that you don't mix things up, you don't miss things. Okay. Now, more importantly, for Africans like us, we need to be sure that your power source is stable. So make sure you have a backup. If you are living in a city that is not we are living in a city where there is not so much power supply from the central source, you need to have a backup, which is more like a generating set. and that generating set must always be with petrol inside. Like in Abuja here, we've had difficulty in getting petrol the past couple of weeks, so it gets very difficult. Okay, and I'm not sure how it is in other cities, but it's been very strenuous down here in Abuja, Nigeria. So I'm not even proud about it, right? So if there is no power supply like this, then you can't do anything. So make sure you have a backup, or you can try some solar powered devices. You can try inverters if you have enough funds for it. I know they're very expensive. Or you can try the small ones. The small ones are not that expensive, but they can serve you for a very long time. Okay. And then you can buy power banks or power packs. There are power packs that you can use for system, so that if your power goes off, you can always have something as a backup to fall back on, right? You can try power banks and power packs where you can get things done easily. Okay, so let's see. Um, Next thing, find sufficient internet connection. So you need to choose the right ISP, the right internet service provider. Where I am, MTN works, right? Glow works a little bit, but the rest don't. They don't. You can't even go there with internet. You can go there for some other things, but not internet. Okay. So you need to find what works for where you are, or maybe you can even pay like my colleague, my Kenyan colleague. She has a lot of money, so she pays an internet service provider to provide her with internet. So you can pay private internet service provider that can give you a more stable source of internet, so that you can get things done faster, right? Or you can choose. You can always have consider a substitute. Can always consider substitute. Always have one, two, three options to always fall back on. It will help you. We have one, two, three options to always fall back on to help you. Because like personally, I have three sources right now. If one goes down, the next one should pick up. So I may be disconnected briefly before the next one will just pick up. So you need to have backup sources so that if anything goes wrong, then there can always be a backup to rescue you. Okay, and then you find a good router that will help you to find the best router. So if you don't have a strong router, you need to find one that has 3G. I'm planning on buying the MTN 4G, 5G rather. I already have the 4G. Sometimes it still messes up. So you need to have something that is very strong to find the right one, and then always plug into a Wi-Fi, because Wi-Fi will always give you more strength if you have a strong router. If you have a strong router, the Wi-Fi will always give more strength than sometimes the cables. People prefer the cables on them, but I don't prefer the cable. The Wi-Fi does much better for me. So most times always test and compare the internet speeds as well. So you can always test and compare the internet speed, and you can always find out which one is fastest. There are several sites where you can get to know about the internet speed. You can go to fast.com. You can go to speedtest.net to check how fast your internet is per time based on what you want to do. Because if you are doing a video like what we're doing now, we need a stronger internet, right? You need at least 20 Mbps to upload, not download. 20 Mbps upload to be able to have a good session like this. So you consider all of that, which is very, very key, especially if you're having video calls like this. Okay. So now, what are the challenges of working remotely? Now you could share with me one or two challenges of working remotely you might think about or you might know. So please drop it in the chats. What are the few challenges that might arise? Yeah. So fuel scarcity is a thing. Julia is not even funny. Trust me, it's not even funny. Um, okay, so Oluchi said the same thing in PH. It's terrible. It's terrible. Like it's terrible. I'm never playing about it. So even with your money can't even save you. All right. So what are the challenges you feel we can have from working remotely? So share with us in the chats. Okay. So if your answers are coming in after, what you need to do is refresh your YouTube, refresh it. If you're using a system, just refresh. If you're using a phone, close it and open it again with the same link, and then you're going to be joining us at real time. You should do that so that you won't miss the questions when they come. And again, remember we have the 2,000 vouchers, 4 of them for the session today. Okay, so you need self-control, you need discipline. Yes, you do. Tony Gua and power supply. Okay, That must be the former question. Challenges. Okay. Power supply, bad internet connection. Yes, it can be a challenge too. Yes, Grace. Thank you. Messelina, lack of power supply, lack of good internet. Yes, that's correct. Impromptu internet disconnection, like it normally happens to us sometimes. Power outage when you do not have an alternative. And it requires high level discipline. Thank you, Ini. Thank you, Oluchi. Okay, so let's look at a few of them. A few challenges of working remotely. Now, the first of them, top on the list, is loneliness. Remote workers are always very lonely. It's not even funny, especially for those of us that are extroverts, right? So you find it difficult to have that your life. So loneliness can always set in, and that's terrible. And you need discipline can be a big challenge because you need high discipline, you need high dedication, you need high self control, so that you don't lose momentum on what you're doing, right? Because working from home could be a little bit distracting. So you need to tell yourself that I need to get this work done, and mean that before you can get things done. And then also it comes with you have difficulty to switch off. There's difficulty to switch off because I mean, we work almost around the clock. Whereas if you are working in a physical location, you just work when it's time to go, you just close the system, go home. Continue from where you stopped when next you return to the office, whether it was a weekend or the following day. But you don't have that with remote work. You work technically around the clock, sadly, right? So it's hard to switch off. It's one of the big challenges that we have. And then there are no employee benefits. Like sadly, if you have an office where people that are working on site are getting free meals, we are getting transportation bonuses, you don't have all of that because you're working from home. And there's a fear of missing out, so you can miss out of some very important announcements. You can always miss out on some important events. So all of those are challenges of working remotely. So now, if you have challenges, that means there are also benefits of working remotely. So why not share with us what you feel are the benefits of working remotely before I speak about the one I have here? Yeah, noise in your neighborhood. Oh my God, you don't want to know about that. Trust me. Full definition of ISP: Internet Service Providers, charity. Yeah, distraction, power supply. Yes, is very very key. Thank you so much for all those engagements. Thank you guys. Working remotely sometimes gives you too much freedom, so you need lot of discipline. Yes, you do need discipline. You need power supply also. And yeah, we spoke about the internet. You need to pick the one that is best for you based on your location. Power supply. Thank you so much, Debbie. Edidion Lawrence, power supply and poor internet connection. Yes, those are all challenges. So, what are the benefits of working remotely? And no proximity issues. Thank you, Joy. You have your space, concentration, and multiple income. Thank you so much, Val. Working remotely make me work at my best. Yes. So you can work at when you want. You can even work at midnight, which is one of the problems that is more like a challenge because you work. we find it hard to switch off and it saves a lot of cost. Thank you, Glory. You save transportation costs. Yes. Thank you, Emma. You have multiple income because you can work several jobs simultaneously. You are able to cover a lot of work within a limited time. Yes, that's very correct, Miss Selena. And you have time for other things. That's very correct. Thank you, Robson. And there's privacy. Yes, get through. Thank you so much, guys. Please let's keep it coming. Let's keep the chats bubbling as well. So let's look at a few of the benefits that you gain from working remotely. It's very, very flexible. So sometimes there are things you just need to get done at home. Maybe you want to wash your clothes, or you can maybe receive something from someone that is coming, receive a guest, something. So it's very flexible. You can still get your work done while doing all those things. And then there's no commuting. You live in a town like Lagos. Like I said yesterday, I don't jealous Lagos people. I don't jealous them for anything. Because how do you sit in the traffic for 4 hours? I'll faint. I've had the experience a couple of times, a few times I visited Lagos. And trust me, I really hated that place. You have to wake up by 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I'm still trying to sleep here. Wake up by 4 a.m. By 5:30, you're already hitting the road, so that you get to office by 8:30, 8:39. I mean, come on, what kind of a life is that? And you repeat the whole process from 5 p.m. to maybe 8, 9. I mean, come on. So it's not my thing, right? So all that commuting stress, transportation cost, and all is completely cut off. Then you have time with your family. You have a life. That's a summary of it. You have a life for your friends and family. Then there's less distraction, obviously. There's less distraction because you can always tell yourself, okay, I'm not looking at this television today. I'm not pressing that Instagram today. And then there's high morale to get work done. You always have high morale to get work done because nobody's really looking out over your shoulder. All you need to do is that there's a task to deliver, then you get it delivered, and that's it. So you can always get up and get things done. There's high morale for remote workers, and then you reduce overhead costs as a business person, as a business owner. What we tend to find out is the cost of having an office space here in a city like Abuja or Lagos is quite expensive, and Port Harcourt is quite expensive. So why not save all that cost and tell your people to work remotely? Then once in a while, you just pick a space and do your reviews. So you save a lot of money. The overhead cost, apart from the cost of paying for the office, you need to run the office. The cost of you are buying petrol for the engine, yes, cost a lot of money. We are buying internet, we are paying for solar, all of that cost a lot of money. And then you have access to wider pool of talent and employ people from everywhere around the globe. Also, you have improved employee retention, which means that people are comfortable working with you, and then there's really um, you know, no much friction in the system. So workers will tend to stay longer. There's higher employee retention when people are working remotely. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the first pause to answer to your questions if you have some. Okay, any questions for me? Okay, yeah. Abundance said, and that is sweetest part. It's plenty money. Yes, there's a lot of money that comes from remote work because you get to have time to do other things. It enables you to get your work done, so you have time for other things. You're able to cover a lot of work within a limited space of time. And okay, distraction can be a challenge as well. Yes, actually, it can be a challenge and a benefit as well. Because if you manage it well, you get things done the more. But if you don't manage it well, you can crumble the whole stuff. Today's topic is staying productive online. For someone who is new to the digital world and wants to start working online, how will such person start, please? Okay, that's a great question, Resent Johnson. So first off, you need to find out what you want to do first. What do you want to do? Where do you have interest? You want to work online? Do you want to work as a developer? You want to work as a designer? You want to work as a UI UX? You want to work as a digital marketer? You want to work as a social media manager? Choose a field first. How do you get to know the field to choose? You take courses like this, then you'll be able to know, okay, I can handle this. I have passion for this. Let me go in and learn some more on this. So when you choose a field, right, now go into developing yourself on those skills. Take some more courses. Look out for people that are in your area, people that are authorities in their industry, in your area that you want to go into. Connect with them, learn, grow, learn, grow. When you gain mastery of what you're trying to learn, then it's easy. Getting the work done is easy when you gain mastery. There are a lot of remote jobs out there. So what you just need to do is just apply to all these companies, and then you're good to go. Yeah. So you just start by knowing what you want first. I hope that served. Dorisent Johnson. Thank you so much. How can one gain clarity on what to do and maintain it while working in a cooperative firm? This is a huge challenge. How can one gain clarity and maintain it while working in a corporate? Well, Adibin, you stated the kind of firm that you're talking about. It will be easy, but gaining that clarity will so much be dependent on where your passion lies, right? Where your passion lies, like what I just explained to recent now, it must be where you want to pitch your tent, right? It must be where you want to pitch your tent. If you don't have, if I don't want to learn how to code. It's not like I've not had opportunities to learn. I don't want to because it's not just my thing. I look at codes and I get confused, even as they look at it, right? So gaining that clarity then means I love what I do. I'm here. I settle with the training, right? I do my stuff, the digital marketing thing. I do some the crafting and all of that, all those special details that I explain to you guys. We practice all those things, okay? So getting that clarity means you stick to what works for you. What works, stick there. Don't be here, there, here. You can have a lot of skills, but make sure you are known for something. So if you are talking about firm as per a corporate firm or a law firm, or you are in a maybe in the tech firm, something, you need to find what works. You need to find what your passion actually drives you to. Then stick to that. Okay. Well, I hope that served. Thank you so much. Any other question, please, before we move on? Okay, so let's go on. All right. So let's get over to building a productive work environment. So you need to learn how to get your work done properly. You need to get it done in a good working environment. So why your work environment is important is because um, the quality of the work you do is equivalent to how comfortable your space is. Your productivity is almost equivalent to how good your workspace, your work environment is. So you need to have that designated area where you just call an office. You need to designate an area and call it an office, and then find the right chair. You need to have the right chair, like I mentioned earlier, so that you will not crumble your back and your waist. I know a lot of people that's been going down with waist pain and back pain and all this kind of stuff, simply because um, they didn't use the right seats. Sadly, so you need to choose a good seat. The wooden seat will not really be of help to you, right? Seats that don't have a kind of cushion will not be of help. And the seat must be ergonomically designed. It must have that S shape to help your back too, right? And then get a filing system to organize your life and get things done properly. So you are not scattered because simply because you're not working in an office. You need to get a file to get yourself properly organized. And now we also have it that 40%, there's 40% decrease in productivity due to workplace distractions and 27% increase in error due to workplace distraction. So distraction is very key, especially when you're in a workplace, physical location where you're in a workplace. So you have 40% decrease in productivity and you have 27% increase in errors. And that should raise your concern and just point you to the fact that working remotely can even be a better option. So how do you minimize distractions? How do you minimize distractions? A few options that I would suggest to you. Now you need to let others know you're working hours. Somebody mentioned disturbance from neighbors. This is the part where you need to let your neighbors know you're working hours so that they don't come knocking on your door. Let your family too know that you have, when COVID started, that early period, we're seeing people on CNN when they were having their calls, their children were running into their rooms to come and hug them. It was quite funny, but that was the reality of the time, right? So you need to let people know your working hours so that they don't break into your privacy and just intrude. Like if I have a knock on my door now, I'm going to feel distracted, right? So most times you want to keep people away. You want to keep people away from knowing. You want to keep people in the loop that okay, this is my working hour. Please don't come knocking to help the person. Again, do one thing at a time. You need to prioritize your task so that you don't do a lot of things at the same time, right? So do one thing, get the result out. Do the next thing, get the result out. Continue like that. Break it down into bits so that you don't get overwhelmed. And again, avoid televisions, avoid TV and household distractions. All of those things will always be there. You need to avoid them. You need to put yourself under self-control and strict discipline that you're going to avoid those things. And put your pets away. I'm not really a pets kind of guy, but when you're working, put them away. Especially if you're on live calls like this, get those guys away and get things done. And then take regular breaks once in a while. Stretch, step out, look at the sun, travel to the space, take a walk, take a jog, something. Just take a break, just clear your head a little bit before you come back. and continue with the work. It will help you, okay? To help you to stay alive longer. So how can you improve productivity within the teams? How can you improve productivity within your team? So what you need to do is to ensure that remote workers, actually you guys need to plan and collaborate on several commitments. It will help you. So you need to establish your vision, you need to establish all the deliverables, what is expected, the time, and establish logistics for the team communication, promote visibility and transparency of all the work done, track the quality of the work and the status of the project, and also more importantly, identify and address all those bottlenecks. So what you need to do is make sure you use project management tools, the likes of Asana, Trello, Basecamp, and Mobile. So all of these tools is what is going to help you to get things done um, properly. So you need to track all those activities so you don't lose track on what somebody is supposed to do and that person has not done it. Okay. So now the next step you're up to is communication. So you also find out that there's 70% of workplace mistakes due to poor communication. There's a lot of mistakes because people are not communicating properly. So communication plays a very vital role in our daily lives and in our work lives. So for some, good communication comes naturally, but for others, it can be hard to actually articulate your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas, what you want to do. So you need to be an effective communicator to be able to send messages out, to be able to communicate with your team, to get work done. And we have a couple of tools here that we are going to be recommending for communication. So general communication tools mean that you have the likes of the Google Hangouts, or you use the Google Hangouts is the former Google Meet, the one that existed before the Meet came. Okay, so it's this tool that helps you to, you can have quick meetings, you can have quick chats, and then you can use Slack also to get things done. And for those of you that know about Slack, Slack is that tool that you can have all your team in one place. You guys can have deeper conversations happening around the space, and then you can have HubSpot as well, and then the email, the Gmail particularly, which could be used for official communications. So you need the email tool for formal, and then instant messaging tools generally, maybe WhatsApp for some teams, WhatsApp works, and then collaboration tools to be able to get things done faster and quickly. And then also you need to set rules to communicate effectively. So for you guys to be able to get things done, communication must be done effectively. So you need to communicate clearly, right? Communicate clearly. So if you think, you may think about one Nigerian senator that if he speaks English or answers to your interview, you'll be lost because he speaks a lot of big grammar. That is not communication, right? You're just speaking, you're just talking. You want to communicate, use simple, clear terms, right? It must be simple enough for someone to be able to understand you. And think about the types of message that you're going to be sending out. Make sure that you put it in the right frame, in the right context, so that you don't confuse somebody. And again, respond promptly. Respond promptly. Don't let people drop messages and then they come back after 1 year, you've not still responded to it. That won't be healthy, and that won't help the system. Then set and role model those guidelines. Make sure that everybody sticks to the rules. If you're actually, if it's actually a corporate firm, so that things don't get things don't fall out of place because there was no proper communication. Okay, now a couple of tools for video conferencing and video meetings. You get all these tools to be able to connect with your teams who are working remotely. And then you can improve the several levels of communication. Then you can boost collaboration with all these tools. You have the Google Meet, you have the Zoom, Microsoft Teams, you have the Skype, or the WhatsApp. Let's look at each of them briefly. So we have the Google Meets where you can use to keep your team connected with enterprise-grade video conferencing that is built on Google's robust and secure global infrastructure. So Meet is included in the G Suite, that is the Google Workspace, and the Google for Education tool. So it's also one of those that you're going to find out. It can be an app, you can download it on your Android, you can download it on your iOS. And then remember I spoke about Meet yesterday, that Meet is built into your calendar and then it synchronizes with your Gmail. So if you are setting up a calendar invite and you are going to be inviting people, it's going to build in the Google Meet link. Then from the Google Meet link, you're going to send a notification to your Gmail for the person to either accept or decline the invitation, right? So that is for Meet, and then it's available for Android, it's available for iOS. And then you can do a lot. You can have 24 hours video call. Like I mentioned yesterday, Meet was not free before now. It was actually only available for the Google for Education tools or the Google Workspace tools. It was it was during the COVID that Google actually opened it up for for every other person to use it. Now it's even built into your Gmail. You just need to click one of the icons there, and then a meeting pops up, and then you just use that to set up a meeting. It's quite easy. I prefer it. You can share your screen, people can communicate. The interface is easier compared to the rest. I prefer Meet. Consumes less data compared to the rest of them. And now, if you are using the paid version, the workspace version, and the Google for Education version, you can have some other features. You can mute everybody, you can record. Some other tools are available, but they are not available in the free one. The free one is the one that comes with your um, Google account, the one you have on your phone right now. They also have the Zoom. So is that application that you can download on either your Android or on your iOS, on your Mac, on your PC. And then you can have a 40 minutes free call. You can record those calls as well. And if you are locked out after 40 minutes, you can use that same link to have another video call. And Meet can take up to 100 people. The free one can take up to 100 people. Zoom can take up to 100 people. Meet can do 24 hours call. Zoom can only do um, 40 minutes. Okay, so there are a couple of different. There's a paid version of the Zoom. There's also a couple of advantages for the paid version of the Meet as well. Okay, then you have the Microsoft Teams. So with the Microsoft Teams, this is more like the free. This is more that this is a paid version of Meet, but this is the Microsoft one. Meet is for Google. The Teams is for Microsoft. Okay, so you have the Teams. This one is paid for. You need to pay. You need to pay to use the Meet. Exactly what it was before Google actually opened up their own during COVID. So Microsoft Teams is included in the Microsoft 365 package. So you can tag your people, you can tag your colleagues with that at function, just like what you can do with the Microsoft Docs, Sheet Slides, the workspace, remember? So you can create teams and channels, you can organize different departments, you can jump on video calls, you can utilize the chats and the video call functions to boost communication across the team. You can share documents, you can collaborate with ease. So all of these are offered to you on the Microsoft Teams, and then you have the Skype, which you get to have immersive and full screen video. You can send chat invites to anyone, you can blur the background as well. Okay, so Skype can take up to 50 people. On 50 people can make a call at the same time. So it's easy for up to 50 people to meet and collaborate all at once. That is for Skype. Skype is 50. Zoom is 100. Zoom is 100. Right? Zoom is 40 minutes maximum of call. Skype is 50 people at once. Okay? And then you can do maximum, Zoom can do maximum of 100 people for 40 minutes each. Okay, I hope you got that. I hope I didn't confuse you. So what we spoke about was the Meet, Zoom, and Teams, and now the Skype. Those are all video conferencing tools. Now WhatsApp came up with their own recently. Now in WhatsApp, you can have up to 32 people on a call, on a video call. Before now, it used to be 6. So they are doing a lot of upgradings now, and it's very good. I don't even think you need to go to Play Store to update. It just updates automatically. So it makes it more interesting. So that people can do WhatsApp call now. You just need to click on that link, that video link, and then share it with the 32 people on the team, and then everybody joins. And it's even more beautiful. Okay, so let's see how you can run effective meetings. A couple of steps we recommend for you to be able to run effective meetings. You need to set your agenda straight so that it will help you to frame your discussion, to help you to frame your communication. So you can also enable people people can also know what you're up to, what you're going to be talking about when you're coming for the meeting. And make sure you consider your tone. Your tone of voice is very, very important because people are not going to be seeing you. So they can only read what you're saying and from the way you're sounding. So make sure you sound nice and be kind with your words. Remember, I keep saying be kind with your words. Then also encourage people to use their cameras. And it's important that you encourage people to use their cameras. It forms a big way for people. It forms a big way for people to connect. I don't actually feel comfortable when I have audio calls. If I really want to connect with somebody, it's video calls I always ask for because there's a way video connects you. And then make sure you're on time. Don't leave people waiting on a call. At least you can bear us witness that we keep to time on all our sessions. So we are always keep people, don't keep people waiting. Okay, be punctual. Just like the same way you be punctual in an in-person meeting, to be punctual also for a video meeting like this. And then there are a couple of video conferencing etiquette. You need to prepare yourself, prepare what you want to go and say, prepare your slide if you have a slide, prepare the content and everything. So dress appropriately, very, very important. Don't walk naked because you're walking remotely. Don't walk naked because if you do mistakenly stand up and you didn't switch off your camera, you'll be naked in front of the whole world. You don't want that. So dress appropriately, all right? So and sometimes it's even necessary that maybe if you want to get up, close your video before you get up. Should it be maybe there's anything you're not even noticing, right? And then consider your lighting to make sure that people can see your face. You can see my face now very well. If my light was out, you see that my face will look a little bit dark. So consider your lighting so that people can see your face. You can always use natural illuminations. It works way better, right? If the sun throws a ray on you, your face will look very clear, you know. And then your background too should not be distracting. You shouldn't have television behind it so that people will not get distracted by what they're viewing behind. And you should consider your audio as well so people can get to hear you very well. What you say, what you're communicating, the information you're trying to pass across. People should be able to hear you so that they can relate with what you're saying also. Okay, now a couple of tips for collaborating effectively. Now, what you need to consider is to make sure you equip your team with the right tools, phone, camera, whatever it is, system, whatever information you need to, whatever equipment you need to give to your team members, make sure they have it, and then make sure that you have project management tools and make it easier with project management tools, the likes of Asana and the Slack that you mentioned, and make document sharing very easy and very, very accessible again, and then encourage collaboration within various departments. That is going to help create community and going to help create bonding as well. And then prioritize company culture. Let it not be because people are working remotely, they've forgotten that there are some things they're not supposed to be doing while at work. You need to prioritize the company culture as well and hold it high up here. Okay. Now, final top tips for productivity. Always learn to over communicate. Don't under communicate because under communication will always lead to so much trouble. Remember the statistic we read: 70% of all mistakes are most times due to because people are not communicating properly. Then you need to be disciplined as a remote worker. It's not a vacation. It's not a paid leave, obviously. So you need to learn how to be disciplined, how to get your work done when you need to do it, deliver on time. Then have your tools ready for work. All your tools must be ready for what you want to do. Your system, your phone, your jotters, your power source, and all the stuff. They should be ready when you need to work. Then define your booster and use it. What can we define as a booster in this case? Booster could be maybe you love working with a pet. We are not in a live call, you can use a pet. If a pet makes you work better, fine. If coffee makes you work better, fine. If food makes you work better, find something that works. Okay. I personally don't believe in that booster thing, right? I just believe if work needs to get done, it needs to get done, and nothing more than that. So I don't believe in booster stuff. So if you believe in booster, find what works, okay, and then be using it to boost yourself to get things done effectively. Okay, so I'm supposed to take another pause to answer your questions, but I'm not going to be taking this second pause. I'll beg you to let me finish this last part. Then I'm going to come to answer your questions, and then we'll wrap it off um, in a couple of minutes. So why is it important for you to manage your well-being? Why is it important to manage your well-being? Okay, please share with us in the chat why it's important for you to manage your well-being. So it's important for you to manage your well-being because your health, um, your well-being impacts your overall health. Yes. Okay. So I was trying to get to that correctly. Your well-being impacts your overall health. Okay. So it simply means there's a very thin line between how productive you are and how your well-being is. Very thin line between how your overall health is and how your well-being is. So if the two are not balanced, you tend to, your productivity will drop, definitely. Productivity will drop because you're not healthy. Maybe your mental health is not in check, proper check. So you're not going to be very productive. So, and also having a proper well-being will lead to higher productivity. And if you are fine also, on the other hand, productivity will get improved, right? You'll be more motivated, you get more focused, and then you work better and you work more quickly. And then you also get to increase your resilience because you overcome obstacles heads on. You don't crumble in the face of pressure if your mental health and your well-being is in check, right? And then it boosts also your morale, it boosts your levels of happiness. You feel more engaged, you feel more supported, you feel more happy, and then it brings this huge impact in your daily life. So your well-being is very, very important. Your mental health, your physical health also, all of those must be in check if you want productivity to actually improve and increase. So that is very important for you to understand. So what can you do to manage your well-being? A couple of things you can do to manage your well-being. First of them will be for you to avoid overworking and take regular breaks. Take regular breaks once in a while. So set up reminders to take breaks. Now I'm directly talking to myself. We overwork, we remote workers, we keep advising ourselves that you don't need to overwork, take regular breaks, but we end up not even taking it, right? So most of the times we advise people, draw a line, be clear with your team when you are leaving, when you leave. This is off work, anything outside, anything pertaining to work between this hour to this hour, I'm not a party to it. Something like that. And when you go, turn off your notifications, right? When you are, so that those notifications are not going to come and distract you again and drag you back to come and work. Then once in a while, make sure that you schedule activities like taking a walk, going to the gym, um, going on biking. I'm talking to myself too. So take a break. Don't overwork yourself. You need to keep your mental health in place and in check. And then we should also be ready for this culture shift. So workers, employers should also be able to redefine what work means. Right? It's not more like there was what work meant pre-COVID. There was what work meant during COVID, and now there is what work means post-COVID. Right? So people still feel must be looking over people's shoulders for them to get things done and all of that. No. As an employer or as an employer of labor, you should learn to redefine the concept of what work is. So you get to also trust in the overall process and then understand your commitment so that you can still get things done when you need to get things done. And be patient with people as well. Be patient with people. Okay, so managing your overall well-being will involve that you will demand that you run some regular exercises with your team, take a break, go for games, something, play football, play soccer, American football. Do something, just do something out of the blue that will just distract you away from work once in a while. Then you need to view your mental health as a very serious physical health because if your mental health is in bad shape, trust me, you break down and to affect every other thing. The productivity will drop, every other thing will be affected. You don't want that. So check in with your manager, check in with your teams frequently. Make sure that everybody is doing well, everybody is doing good, and then make sure you draw a line between your professional life and your personal life. Let there be a straight line drawn. I'm talking to myself to stop looking at me like that. Let there be a line drawn between your professional life and your personal life. Okay, don't walk into your personal life and don't carry your personal life into your work life. Draw a line. Okay. Then once in a while, you guys should always organize in-person social meetups. You guys can get to relate, do some hugs, do some kisses if necessary, and take a cup of coffee together. Something, right? Something just strange that will clear your head. Okay. Okay. So I haven't said that much. I'm going to be taking the last pause to answer your questions. But meanwhile, you should learn more. So head over to learndigital.google.com/digital skills/courses. So do well to head over here and learn some more, right? Learn some more, learn some more, learn some more, learn some more. And then remember to sign up for the Hustle Academy where you get to learn about your business growth plan, marketing, sales, learn about financing, learning how to pitch, getting matched to a mentor to walk you through all those processes is very important and it's free. Google is offering it for free. Take advantage of it. Some brands won't offer it for free. Trust me. So take advantage of this free one. And then follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow Impactor on social media as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Okay, so I'm looking at the chat right now. I knew you were looking at me and recent just I knew that was why I said you should stop looking at me like that. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the last place I stopped to be able to pick some questions from whoever sends comments, queries, complaints, whatever it is. Okay. All right, so I'm looking at the chat right now. And thank you for all those replies you guys sent up earlier. All those beautiful replies. How can one know if the job given to you is legal and won't end you in trouble? Esther, oh wow, that's a very great question. Well, it depends on the job. First up, is it a remote job or is it a physical role? But whatever it is, any company that is serious with you should give you a contract to sign. The contract is going to be presented to you by a law firm. So that contract, you go through it, you see if the terms are good enough for you. The terms are not good enough for you, don't sign. If you sign, that means you're in. And you need to do your part. That's how contract works. Contract is like a covenant, right? You keep your own parts, I keep my own parts. Everybody's happy. So if a job won't get you into trouble, make sure you are doing your own parts. And the employer is doing their own part as well. You can sue them if they don't do their parts, and they can sue you if you don't do your parts. So it works both ways. But make sure any organized setup, any organized system will be glad enough, right? Any organized system will be glad enough to let you to give you a contract to sign. Contract is not employment letter. Don't get it twisted. Employment letter is one of the documents that come with the contract. Contract is more than that. It comes with several informations. I hope that served, Esther. Thank you so much for asking. Orisent Johnson, I'm going to miss your teachings and well, I'll just come back to this teaching until they are part of me. Oh, thank you so much, Orisent. That means a lot to me. It means a lot to the team. Thank you so much for your very kind words. What's the difference between workspace and workplace? Okay, so I explained this yesterday, Joy. So what I mean there by workplace and workspace is workplace is the physical location where you go to do the work. You tell yourself, I'm going to the office. That means you're leaving your house to go to your workplace, your office. Then inside that your workplace, let's say you guys are 10 of you. Each 10 of you will have a desk, right? That becomes your workspace. Workspace is that place in the workplace where you can get your job done without too much stretching. All you need to do is just to stretch and pick what you need to pick. Do this without standing up. You need to stress yourself too much. You are in your workspace. Workspace is in the workplace. I hope you understand, Joy. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, Diana already answered that. Workplace is where you go to work. The workspace is where you do your work. Thank you so much, Diana. That was very simple and brief enough. Okay, Meet can take, I'm not sure about the number the free Meet can take. I don't think it's more than 100. Meet cannot take more than 100, but I'll confirm that. I'm not quite sure exactly. But I know Zoom takes maximum of 100 and can do maximum of 40 minutes. Meet can do 24 hours. Skype takes 50 maximum. I don't know about the hours for Skype. Priscilla, I hope that served. Thank you so much for asking. I'm not sure about the number of people on Teams. Again, yes, those are precious. I'm not quite sure the number of people on Teams, but I know Skype can take 50 maximum. Okay. So Judith said Meet is 200 people. Okay. Yes. So what I was explaining about the 24 hours is about the length of time. It's a free version rather, because we are talking about the free version now. But if you are using the Google Workspace package of the Meet, There are other features that come with it, obviously. Okay, so you may just need to just do a little browsing on that. I'm not quite sure, so that I won't give you a wrong number. Okay, thank you so much, Judith. I'm just looking through. I'm sure I won't miss any question. Please, if you have question, please drop it now before we do the quiz. You are very important to success of working remotely. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you meant there, Mao. Yes, you need to take good care of yourself. Yes, the person working is actually the machine. So you need to keep the machine in place to be able to get the work done. You have to be healthy and be able to work effectively. That's very correct. Resent Johnson. Okay, I'm hoping I don't miss anybody's question. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Okay. Okay. So I knew you guys will look at me because I was saying something about myself. Okay, so people, research Johnson and Natis teachers, people were looking at me now. That is why I knew. And yes, this is the last class, yes. Chima, thank you so much. You are going to miss us. We'll miss you too. Trust me. We'll miss you too. I know this.
Sorry. Do you have any winners for today?
No. We've not done the quiz yet.
Okay.
I'm answering the last part of the question before I go to the quiz. We are going to do the quiz. I just want to answer the last set of questions. My personal media handle. Okay, I'm sorry, I won't be able to share that on this particular call. You may need to search for me. Yeah, Emma, sorry about that. I've applied for both the bootcamp. Yes, Messelina, what you need to do is you must be an already existing business before they will apply to you. So check that. Yeah, Joy Ogala, thank you for your kind words. Okay. Okay, meet can take up to 200 people. Thank you, Abundance. I've gained a lot for these past days. God bless Fidelity and all the coaches. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm trying to be fast. We spend way beyond our time. Oluchi, we have wonderful classmates here. That is very correct, Oluchi. Molikat, thank you. Good to see your name again. Chima said, do we still have classes after today? I asked because there are more topics that... Okay, so today is the last topic. Today is the last class, right? Chinwe, rather. Chima. Okay, I was still correct. Okay, so today is the last class. But you can always turn on the notification on your subscribe button. Please do that so that you can always get notifications when you are coming live again. Okay? Thank you so much for asking. Odion, thank you. Odion, thank you for your kind words to Fidelity. Thank you, Molikat, and everybody. Okay, so all those emojis, I've seen them. I'm going to ask you for it. But meanwhile, it's time for the 2,000 Naira recharge. I hope you're ready. So if you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Very simple questions. Today's topic is not hard. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, so if you are still here, please refresh your YouTube so that you don't miss out. There's not another class after today for Fidelity Bank, right? We always have sessions here, but sometimes this is the last one for Fidelity. We always have sessions here every day. Trust me. Okay. So if you can't hear me at real time, please refresh your YouTube. I'll give you 30 seconds to do that. Refresh it, close it, and open it again. It will help you so that when we ask question, you can hear it at real time. I saw some people sending replies like 10 minutes later yesterday. I'm like, I mean, come on. Okay, so we are going to be wrapping this off. Okay, are you ready? I shared this training. Who will like to be part of it? Can they be repeated? Yes, you can. You can always come back and watch. No problem with that. Watch this one or watch the one that is streaming live. That's why you encourage to keep your notification bells on. It's important. Okay. All right. So let's go on. Are you ready? Okay. So let's see. First question. So mention the 4 places I mentioned that people can work remotely. 4 of them. The 4 places people can work remotely. Remember, it's fastest finger. You need to be correct, and it needs to be the fastest finger. 4 places people can work remotely. Who came first? Home, coffee, shop, coffee shop, library, co-working space. Okay, even though you didn't type it well, but I'll give it to you. But let me confirm. Abundance, have you won before? Please confirm for me. Has she won before? We don't want to give it to somebody that has won before, please, so that the love will go around. Please confirm if Abundance has won before in the chat for me. Beryl and the team. So if Abundance has not won before, I'm going to give it to her. She didn't type it well, but I'll give it to her. Like she said all those things. Okay. So Abundance, congratulations. That's my first winner. Congratulations, Abundance. The rest of you are correct, but you came late. All right. So you've not won before. Okay. No, it's not Emma. I'm calling the name the way it appears here. So maybe yours came a little bit later. So congrats, Abundance. Finally, you won something on the last day. Okay, so second question. Very simple things. Very, very simple things. What and what do you need to work remotely? Very simple things. What do you need to work remotely? Fastest finger. Fastest finger. Wait, oh. I need the I need the umbrella names of those things. Please pin the email to the screen. Pin the email to the screen. Who came first? Internet, phone, laptop. Okay, not bad. Space, device, internet, power. Not bad. Dedicated space, devices, internet. Let's see. Dedicated space, devices, internet. Who said that first? Emma. Okay, I'll give it to Emma. Devices includes the laptop and the phone. So you say laptop and phone. You didn't mention the umbrella name. So I'll give it to Emma. I'm sure Emma has not won before. Has Emma won before? Emma Omene. Has he won before? Emma, have you won before? Please let me know. Please, we are trying to make the love go round. So if you've won before, please let me know. Emma, please be kind enough. No. Okay, Emma has not won before. His name doesn't look familiar. Okay, so let's give it to Emma. Emma, congratulations. That was my second winner. Nose of Precious, what you said was not an umbrella name, right? And I'm reading from what I have from my scripts. Okay, so dedicated space, you just said space. Devices, your spelling was wrong, Emma, but I'll give it to you. So congrats, Emma, congrats, Abundance. Uzo, you've won before, so even if you won, I wouldn't have given it to you. Just let the love go around, all right? Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, God used me to answer your prayers, Abundance. I'm so happy that God used me. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Very simple. Let's see. Uh, I don't want to ask you something that's very complicated. I want to ask you something very simple. Okay. What percentage of decrease in productivity do we have in the workplace due to distractions? Due to distractions. I mentioned a figure. Decrease in productivity. What percentage? Priscilla, you've won before. I hope you've been credited. 70. Mm, mm. Dorcas, 47. Mm. Okay, Margaret got it. 40. It's 40. It's 40. We have 40% of distractions in the workplace. 40% decrease in productivity due to workplace distractions. I mentioned another thing. There was a one that was 70, not this particular one. Okay. So I hope Margaret has not won anything before. Margaret Okoro. Margaret. Okay. So congratulations, Margaret. Margaret said 40 first. Okay. So Dorcas, you said 47. It's not 47. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you for all those replies that came later. So let's go to the last part. This is more like going to be a bonus. Remember, you've won before. You don't need to win again. Let the love go around, please. Hmm? Let the love go around. Hmm. Okay. So how many people can the free Skype take? How many people can the free Skype take? Maximum. How many people can the free Skype call take? 50. Abundance, you won before. Has Dorcas won before? Please confirm. Dorcas is the second person. Please confirm if Dorcas has won before. Dorcas Badebo. Abundance has won before, so I won't give it to her again. Let the love go around. So Dorcas, congratulations. So we have Abundance, we have Ima Omene, we have Margaret Okoro, we have Dorcas Olaide Badebo. So congrats to of you. Look at the screen. There's an email pinned there, partnership lead at impacther.org. Please send your name, your service provider, and your phone number to that email. Please do it as soon as we end this class. Thank you so much for all those beautiful replies. Thank you to Fidelity Bank for making this happen. And for those of you that are sending the answers to the first questions now, I'm sorry, maybe your internet kicked you off, or maybe you didn't refresh like I advised you to. So thank you so much. I know you've had a great time, and I'm sure you're happy we had a great time. So thank you very much. So if you be kind enough, today's the last day. Please drop us one or two lines that will be that will help us encourage us what you've learned. And yeah, I know I asked this when we started, what you've learned, what you've taken home from all the sessions we've had. Please be kind enough to say something nice. Be kind enough to say something nice to us. Julie is not cheating. Advice from the start that you should refresh your YouTube. So so you're actually meeting the questions late. Sorry. We'll see you some other time. Okay, so if you want to rewatch the sessions, just click on the same link and come back here and watch. The attendance link has been shared. Please fill the attendance and make sure that you fill it correctly so that you'll be using that to send the certificates. And remember, we have 10,000 shopping voucher from Konga, 5 of them that will be sent out to the most consistent people. It's going to be 5 of them sent out to people that have done 5/8 of the sessions. it will be picked randomly. So if you are not picked, please don't throw stones at Fidelity Bank. They are the ones that will pick randomly. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind words. Thank you. So I'm getting your feedback now. Please send us a feedback on what you've gained, what the sessions, these 8 sessions have meant to you. Yeah, it will help us. Thank you, Fidelity. Thank you, Impactor, and thank you to our facilitators. The training has been really knowledge filled and enlightening. I appreciate the opportunity to partake. Thank you, David. Thank you, Fidelity and Impactor, for this opportunity. It's been an amazing experience. Thank you, Margaret. We missed the class. Thank you so much, Fidelity, and our moderators and facilitators. Thank you, Priscilla. Always come back and watch. Okay, the session, the YouTube channel is still open. We may only go on break because of the season, but we'll come back by January. So keep the notifications on so that whenever we have a session, please, you can always come and watch and ask questions and learn some more. Thank you, Chinenye. Thank you, Fidelity Bank, for the great opportunity. Thank you, Grace Churchill, Fidelity Bank, and Impactor team. Sessions was very interesting and informative. Thank you, Grace. Thank you. Oluchi, wonderful training and quite impactful. Thanks to Impact Her facilitators. Thank you, Dio. I'm hoping I will not miss anybody. Recent, for the first time, I'm beginning to think that the online platform is also for me. And this is many thanks to you all. Thank you so much, Recent. That means a lot to us and the team. And thank you for loving us too. Thank you, Deme. It was really nice to meet you. So nice to meet you too, Grace, my sister. And who else is here? Dorcas, thank you so much, Dorcas. Thank you, Impact Her. Thank you, Julie. Thank you for the knowledge, Omolola. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gladys. Thank you, everybody. Class has been an eye-opener. Thank you, Priscilla. Amazing experience indeed. We'll do this again and again. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. The session was the session was really an eye-opener for me. Thank you, Abundance. Thank you for the vouchers. Dorcas, you're welcome already. This will really move my business to greater height. Thank you so much, Oluchi. Thank you for the impact. Thank you for the vouchers. Yes, David. David has won a lot of vouchers. Okay, so this is me telling you guys, thank you so much for making us very happy as well. Thank you for all those, your very kind words. Thank you from Diana. Thank you from Beryl. Diana is sending love. You can see her beautiful face on the screen. She's sending love all the way from Cameroon. Same thing with Beryl. Sending love all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. And Judith is sending love all the way from Benin Republic. And I'm sending love from Abuja, Nigeria. Thank you so much, guys. So please, before you jump off, I want to see your emojis. And a big shout out to Fidelity Bank for making this happen. I want to see your emojis before you jump off. Please drop them. Let's keep them coming. Let's keep them coming. Let's keep them coming. Thank you, Mao. You not win anything. Sorry, Omolola. You win in the next one. Emma, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for your very, very, very kind words. So I want to see those emojis. You know I love emojis so much. So send them before you jump off. So I hope to see you guys in the nearby future, right? So do well to reach out to Impact Her at PR. Please, you could drop the email if you have any challenge. You can always reach out to, remember to sign up for the Hustle Academy as well. So I'm looking for the Impact Her email so that I can paste it in the chat for you. Okay, yeah. hello@impacther.org, or you can go to pr.impacther. So you can get us to help you on something. So that's it. Message us, talk to us. Thank you so much, Grace. And so nice to meet you guys also. Grace is sending love to all of you. Diana's, Beryl, Judith, and all of you. Thank you. You did not win anything. Sorry, Annie. We didn't have so much to go around, but I'm sure there'll be enough to go around next season, next sessions, next cohorts. Okay. So this is me telling you, this is me signing out and telling you to have a wonderful day, a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your time, and have a blast. I wish there's a better way I could say it, but I'm going to miss you guys. Trust me, we are going to miss you guys. Okay, so you guys make You make teaching quite simple. You make it quite easy, quite engaging, and quite fun. So bye from here, and enjoy your Christmas. Send me chicken. Send me turkey. All right, see you guys. Bye.